This the TempahZone podcast.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on, y'all? It is episode 17 of the TempahZone podcast with your host, me, Amir Max. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do this podcast a little differently today because I got a group so big in this motherfucker. Goddamn. Holy shit. Fl01810 is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, yo, great to have y'all, man. I got a squad so big, y'all. We had to split it up, man. They were like, yo, we need to break it up. Y'all can't all be in here, man. It's like Wu-Tang in this, yo. Crazy, man.
Hey, we're all nothing with our friends, I think.
Yeah,
I think that's what we can say.
Hell yeah, bro. So introduce yourselves, y'all.
Okay, my name is Om. I'm a producer.
Nice.
I've been doing some vocal stuff over the past year or so, which you can hear on our music.
Mhm.
And yeah.
I'm Ethan, also known as Ego the Kid. I rap. I'm in Fl01810.
Mm-hmm.
I also produce. I dabble.
Oh, yeah.
Flamingo Chimes.
Flamingo Chimes is the
Yeah.
producer name.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Zach. I produce for Fl01810. I also do a little bit of the graphic design stuff and some stuff like
This
that.
man
yeah.
designed all of our clothes.
Damn, yeah. Oh, that's dope, man. Because
Thank you,
that's
thank you.
it's a real good design, man.
Oh,
It's unique.
thanks, man.
It stands out. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, dope, man. Now, I got some topics to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. I got these homies with me right now, but we gotta talk about something real serious, man.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta talk about R. Kelly.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Oof.
Now, look.
Oof. Big oof.
R. Kelly, let's just get this out the way. He's a pedophile
Mm-hmm.
and an abuser, sexual abuser.
Mhm.
Facts.
Real nasty stuff, ladies and
Big
gentlemen.
facts.
Now, a documentary called Surviving R. Kelly, a docuseries called Surviving R. Kelly came out, and R. Kelly was shown doing all the nasty stuff with Aaliyah and having a sex cult and all that. I didn't watch it because I don't need to watch it to know that R. Kelly is a nasty man, all right? Now, he had Aaliyah in this, and this is just some nasty shit. Listen to this, y'all. Aaliyah was 15 years old.
Oof.
And in a song
God.
called album called AJ Ain't Nothing But a Number, R. Kelly's just in the background, just like looking at her and faded out. Like I look, I did not watch the documentary. I just know this because I've been known R. Kelly nasty. like what, bro? Yo, that's what. Yo, the sex tape where R. Kelly peed on a girl.
Yeah,
Yo,
that's-
the infamous
yeah.
sex
I did
tape.
not know about that.
That's
Yeah,
old stuff.
yeah,
You didn't know
man.
that?
No, real shit, bro. It's-
That's when people started realizing, like, wait a minute, like, something's not right here.
Yeah, there's
How long ago was that? Like,
that was like 2003.
2000? Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bars about R. Kelly and piss.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot.
The
I'm-
Boondocks made fun of that.
yeah, they did.
Dave Chappelle made fun of
Yeah.
that. Like, this is like this has been out here for a while. Like, and I'm actually glad you said you didn't know that happened because a lot of people didn't know that happened. You know what I'm saying? And like, it might seem like, public information out here, but like, it's some real shit. Like, R. Kelly's gross, man. And the thing is, I gotta bring up with this is the real topic I want to bring up about R. Kelly is, can you separate the art from the artist? Because
Ooh.
this stuff came out and it ain't stopped nobody from listening to R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't stop. It stopped some people, but
Yeah.
there's still people out here who will bump and grind. They're gonna listen to
Sure.
"Step in the Name of Love." They're gonna listen to
Ignition.
Ignition
Ignition,
is
yeah.
the one that they're all gonna listen to.
oh yeah, these are big records we're talking about
So
here, man.
yeah,
Like,
it's a really tough question, and it's really interesting because R. Kelly this question is by no means limited to R. Kelly. There's
No,
so
no.
many huge figures that have been, like, influential is not a big enough word,
No.
to the game. I'm talking X,
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
talking
yeah,
all these.
6ix9ine.
Yeah, 6ix9ine.
Kanye.
Yeah.
Kanye West, yeah.
Kodak. And it's funny because Kanye's not as bad, but he's still like in that
Oh,
realm.
yeah.
of
Yeah,
people,
there's still
you
this
know?
idea where you need to separate the art from the artist, like,
Mhm.
to consume it,
It's crazy, man. Like, and that's the stuff that I just think of, like, with this situation, because to me, I'm just like, yo, like, you'd be lying to say the music's not good.
Yeah.
Like, the music's good, like. But, when someone does this nasty shit, you gotta be like, you gotta draw a line, somewhere.
Yeah.
But I'll be real
Pause.
with you. Yeah, for real. Yeah. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, with X, I will listen to Moonlight. I don't care. I'll
Yeah.
bump Sad, but I can be aware that X did some messed up things. I think I'm able to separate the art from the artist with some people.
Yeah.
Because with R. Kelly, I can't. He just
Yeah. No, I agree with
it's too
that.
much. It's too much. Like he's too nasty.
It definitely it matters a lot, like the order in which you like realize it. Like if you find out that they're a shitty person and then you listen to their music, then you're like, now
That's
then
so
you already
different,
know.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you listen to their music and you're like,
Yeah,
and then it's
and
like,
then you
oh, he
find
rapes
out-
people, and then
Yeah.
you're like, damn it.
Yeah, like why you put
Damn
me
it.
in this situation?
Come on.
Yeah.
Gotta
Seriously.
change my whole playlist now.
Yeah. Gotta take all
The other
these
thing
songs.
is,
Damn
you
it.
got to kind of think like there are also a bunch of rappers and artists kind of not bragging necessarily, but talking about like murdering people and stuff like that. And you
I
gotta
know,
think, like
yeah.
that's kind
Mhm.
of pretty bad stuff still. But I don't know.
Oh yeah, and then there's been plenty of rappers who've literally had lines about raping their songs.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Rick Ross had the one in You Ain't Even Know It. He's like, put Molly out in her champagne. She ain't even know it. I took
Yeah.
her home and I
Yeah.
enjoyed that. She ain't even know it. That's, that like what?
Yeah,
like,
well-
bro, like you saying some weird shit, man. Like,
Oh man.
oh Lord. But this is like a thing in music, like when you're a talented artist, man, it's just people will do whatever it takes to listen to you, and they will forget all the bad stuff you've ever done. Like,
You know what I think?
This
I
is
think.
crazy.
I think. You reach a certain threshold of genius, at which point you are crazy.
Yeah.
That's my
yeah,
belief.
Yeah, seriously,
Like there's a lot of like incredible creators and just people throughout history who are like incredibly groundbreaking, but they're crazy. Like you definitely don't reach that point without being at least a little crazy.
Oh yeah,
I
so,
think.
yeah. And it don't mean you had to like hurt anybody, but like
No,
there's,
yeah.
there's just some bad apples in the bunch who are creatives who just so happen to have done bad things. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying, man? It's a damn shame. In my opinion, I'm canceling R. Kelly. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like if
I think,
Ignition comes on, be like, it's like when the Cosby Show comes on.
Yeah,
'cause that's-
yeah.
they still air. And I'm just like, ooh.
Oh man.
Like it's very, very, very. It's crazy.
But like Michael Jackson, right, with the Neverland Ranch and the
Yeah,
kitties, that was
man.
bad news. But then he died, and once he died, like people
yeah.
kind of forgot about that,
Mhm.
because like
oh yeah, and that's still like people to this day will debate if he touched those kids or not.
true.
Seriously,
Allegedly.
like yeah, allegedly. It's funny. South Park made fun of that, but that shit did happen.
Yeah.
Like he was acting wild. But the thing with R. Kelly is that now he's gonna flee to Africa. He may flee to Africa.
Oh, yeah? Is that what's happening?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think he has to, man. He's just in
Yeah.
a tough situation, man.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like, how do you avoid this?
I
Like-
mean, I hope he gets locked up, right? Like, is he trying to escape so he won't get locked up? Is there not extradition in Africa?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure actually, but I think that I think he's avoiding all the the public backlash.
Oh, got you. Yeah, sure.
Because I don't think he's gonna end up going to prison, man. I don't see it happening. I want him to, but I don't think he will.
I thought that about 6ix9ine too. I very much had
Yeah,
that impression
true.
where it's like this man is too big to fall. Like he
Yeah.
won't go to prison. He won't, but he did.
6ix9ine, bro. Oh my god. Yeah, that's why I brought up can we separate the art from the artist? Because we constantly see this day in and day out with music nowadays. People are bad people, but we don't care because the music's fire. It's a unfortunate situation that we are put in.
Yeah, it's
You
tough,
know?
definitely.
Yeah, because everyone, I feel like everyone has at least one artist that they listen to that has done something bad. I could guarantee that. I'm serious,
Definitely,
bro.
yeah.
Like if you do enough research, you'll find out that. But at the end of the day, man, I'm canceling R. Kelly, and it just comes to that situation. And what I like about this is that now we have opened up a big discussion, and now people are talking more about their situations and experiences with abuse and being molested and all that. Like we're finally, people out there are talking about it. It's getting out there. So from this docuseries, some light has been shed on something.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Yeah.
And it only makes the world better. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy about that, man. And we can move on to something else now.
Sure. Yeah.
God bless.
I can only talk about this for so long, ladies and gentlemen. God damn.
Yeah. It's so uncomfortable.
It's
man.
a heavy
Yeah,
topic, man. It's a heavy topic for sure, man. We're going to move on to Lil Uzi Vert.
Lil Uzi.
He says he's done with music.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
He's not done.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
No, I literally was about to say that y'all beat me to the chase with that shit. No, but it's true though, man. Like Lil Uzi, like we've seen this so much with rappers. Oh, I'm done. I'm retired.
Sure.
Like how many times did Jay-Z said he was gonna be done? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
did he do that? I wouldn't know.
They're literally throwing
way back,
fits.
way back.
They're throwing tantrums.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
They're
what
like,
like.
oh, my label's mean. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm not
so
rapping
yeah.
anymore.
Another thing that's super interesting
yeah.
about Lil Uzi in particular is that he's unique in this idea that he's had a full year of lead up to this like Eternal Atake, right, to this album, and there's just so much hype going on, right?
You said a take?
Yeah.
Atake?
A take?
Eternal take. Yeah, I let that slide, but it's all good.
Really?
Yeah, what is a
Eternal
take, bro?
I thought it was like a Japanese word.
It might, hey,
That actually would work.
yeah,
I could see
Uzi's
that.
into
that's fair. That's
Japan.
fair.
Yeah.
Nah,
But I don't know. Yeah.
Oh,
Lil Uzi's weird, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good, no worries. It's my thing with Lil Uzi, man. You know he's going through some serious label issues, but another thing we gotta notice with Lil Uzi is that I think the fame is starting to get to him because Lil Uzi's popping, bro. He's like way more popular than a lot of his contemporaries at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like in the post, he was saying, like I wish I could go back to 2013.
Yeah, I would be normal again. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, that fame is dirty, bro. Like like people try to make it seem like that type of fame. I mean, like, you know, there's certain levels of fame that aren't, you know, that crazy.
Sure.
But there's just a certain level, you know, like I remember seeing this thing with Michael Jackson, and like he literally faked a grocery store so that way he could go grocery shopping without people bothering him.
Oh,
So he could know what it feels like to go grocery shopping.
jeez.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
now
no.
Michael Jackson's an extreme case because he's been famous since he was 6.
Yeah.
But like, still, you can, you know, get a taste that, you know, fame will, you know, will tear you up. You know?
Yeah.
The other thing is
Absolutely.
Uzi is definitely, like, you can tell by his lyrics that he's kind of a loner and kind of likes to be on his own shit and his own wave. And I think the fame just kind of went to his head a little bit, and he's kind of uncomfortable with all the attention. But
Yeah.
I still don't think he's done with music at all.
Nah.
I think it's honestly hype up for Eternal
Yeah,
Take.
that's what I think it is.
Yeah.
He only
For
dropped
real.
one single in 2018, and
Oh,
he's
yeah,
still
dude,
like one of
yeah.
the biggest names, you know. So
Definitely.
You know, he's got the Uzi shirt. What is it called? The Uzi shirt. I'm mumbling my words too. You said Eternal Atake. I don't know how to say Uzi
Fl01810.
shoulder dance.
Fl01810.
Uzi shoulder dance. That's what it is. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did say Fl01810. So I, ladies and gentlemen, I said Fl01810 for a long time. It's Flo. Oh my god.
Fl01810.
Fl01810, baby.
It's
I got literally like jam that out. Fl01810.
Yeah.
That sounds so much better.
Yeah.
Fl01810. Yeah, I don't know, it's just the way it's read, but I that name is just fire. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, thank you.
I gotta put that out there. That
once you
stands
hear
out.
it.
Yeah,
you
when I
gotta
saw-
do like the dictionary thing in parentheses where it's like how to pronounce it next to the letters.
Yeah. It's kind
Oh,
of like
yeah.
like black,
Yeah.
six
Yeah.
black.
Yeah, that'll be the cover of our next album.
Yeah, Black's got that problem. Amine's got that problem.
Yep.
You know, it's like
facts.
you see, it looks simple to say. You know,
Yeah, it's a little difficult.
It's like you know, just mess up with it.
It's been controversial. Like, there's been a lot of people who are like, "How are you gonna search that?" Or, you know, different issues like that with the name.
Yeah.
But it's like, we'll get into that. We'll get into all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, you'll be fine with that, man. My rap name used to be AMC. You'll be fine with the name. Man. You'll be fine with that, yeah, man. Don't worry, yeah, cause it's a lot easier to search, you know. I don't think there's anyone out there with that name, you know. what I'm
Right.
saying?
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit stands out for sure. Like,
If you can spell it.
yeah, if you can spell it, yeah. Just make sure-
FL01810 for the record.
Yeah, so you just gotta know FL then zip code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
Shout out Andover, Massachusetts.
We also only work on
Yeah,
food.
Andover, yeah, what up? Hell yeah, man. But yeah, man, with Lil Uzi, I'm gonna say that this is all promo.
Yeah, definitely
Yep.
promo.
Definitely
I
agree.
think we can all say that. I mean, if we go a year without Lil Uzi music, then we can realize some serious shit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some Carter 5 situation, label-wise, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
But overall, I think it's promo.
Probably.
Be safe with that.
I mean, we're talking about him now.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, yeah. And that way, when that album drops, it was like, oh my God, it's here. You know?
Yeah.
Like, finally, yeah. It's just, all the hype, you know what I'm saying?
For real.
Yeah, man. I want to talk about Rae Sremmurd now.
Slim Jimmy.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
You saw
No.
No, they're
it's
back. They're
repaired.
back.
Oh, they're back?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
repaired
they-
now.
Oh, okay.
They just repaired it.
Wow, that was
But
quick.
the thing, I saw that today and I was like, ooh, that changes everything. But not really, because what I really wanted to talk about with these guys is Swae Lee. He's getting way too popular.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was like the 8th most streamed male artist.
Swae Lee is crazy. I personally think Swae Lee is the king of hook melodies right now.
Yeah, man.
Like, Swae Lee's hooks are insanity.
Nah, he's dope, man. In Sunflower,
Yeah.
song with Post Malone, like that song
yep.
right there, like lets people know, like, yo, like,
yeah. I mean, even
these
if
two
you're
right
not,
here got it.
absolutely, even if you're not with that song, it's so obvious, like from the melody, where it's oh damn, like this is it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, man. Nah, that shit goes hard, bro. And I mean, like, I think Slim Jimmy, I think he's getting a little jealous of his brother.
Absolutely.
definitely.
Yeah.
And he's the older brother too, right?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. So, yeah, I don't think that's, I think that's starting to hit him a little bit, man, because, we're human, man. These things get to us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I think there's probably was something to that, and I think he was starting to get a little bit fed up,
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Question for everyone. So,
Yeah.
so with Uzi, we all sort of agreed that like his whole thing is a publicity stunt. With Slim Jimmy, like, do you think it's the same thing, or do you think he was genuinely frustrated?
No, I think he was genuinely.
I think so too. I think
Frustrated,
this is
yeah.
a totally different
Oh,
situation.
then
too, like,
Trippie Redd
it's
also
not-
adding on to that whole situation.
Oh,
Trippie
yeah. Trippie Redd's so funny.
He always knows how to
Yeah,
stir the
dude.
pot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it's not like Rae Sremmurd had anything to hype up.
Yeah.
Right?
Nah,
There's
nah,
nothing
nah.
like on like the horizon for them.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh, I'm mad now.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I mean, but like I said, man, they're brothers, so maybe that, this, can get worked out.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like with Migos and Rae Sremmurd, I look at them the both way. I'm like, these guys are family. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be really hard to break up that crew.
Yeah.
The other thing is like business and family just generally don't like.
Nah,
it's really hard.
That's hard to mix together.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
real.
Most of the times that usually gets shaken up. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
There's no way that stays intact forever.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
No
Like,
way. So it's just something I think they're just gonna have to work out. I don't think there's no malice between them, but I think they're gonna have to figure something out. They were saying Shrem life. They're always about that. So
The most hilarious thing about this whole thing with Slim Jimmy lashing out was the fact that his first tweet of the storm was not Strem Life.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That's amazing. Not Strem Life.
it's like, damn, bro. So that's how you feel. Like,
Yeah.
Everything's changed.
yeah, everything's.
Nothing is the same.
Yeah,
anymore.
it's like, bro, like, relax, like. But the thing is about it, I'd say, is that like Slim Jimmy still has some clout out here, like I know that Swae Lee's the guy, but like Slim Jimmy's not that bad. Like, in my opinion, I know a lot of people are like, yo, Slim Jimmy's nothing special. I'm like, he's good. He's got a cool rapping voice. He rocks a beat.
Yeah.
But Slim Jimmy's, Swae Lee's definitely way better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree
yeah,
with
Damn,
that.
sure.
100%.
Like, that,
Yeah, I'll say like Slim Jimmy has the presence to keep the Rae Sremmurd tracks going, but like
yeah.
I wouldn't listen to a Slim Jimmy project like I would a Swae Lee project.
No,
You know
I
what I mean?
probably wouldn't
no.
listen
But
to
back
a
in the
Slim Jimmy
day,
project.
like, yeah.
no, that's fair, yo. Like, many people would definitely, be in that lane about Slim Jimmy. Because a lot of people do make fun of him. I've seen it on social media.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's definitely out there.
His name's also Slim Jimmy.
Slim Jimmy
Yeah.
versus Swae Lee, which is gas.
Swae Lee, Swae Lee
Boof.
does beat.
His name is
yeah.
almost as beautiful as his voice.
Yeah, Swae Lee does have a really amazing voice. That's facts, yo. But yeah, I think they're gonna stay together, man. I think that overall, it's just a little bit of a situation they gotta work out, man.
Maybe they go to relationship counseling.
I hope. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope the way
Yeah.
this resolves is that Slim Jimmy gets better.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
was just gonna say,
Seriously,
like, maybe
yeah,
he's
he
like,
might-
oh,
yeah.
y'all sleep on me.
Yeah.
Here's a solo tape.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
he's
he has a
done some
solo
fire.
tape on the
Yeah.
way, right?
Yeah, I think he does.
So it may be good,
Yeah, that could.
We'll see.
That
could
would be
switch
exciting.
Things up here.
I I'm not a big fan of him, but I would be happy to see that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, man.
exactly.
So
I'll give it a listen.
yeah.
Man, it's like all this stuff just has to do with promo, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
It's all promo at the end
It's
of the
all
day,
scripted.
bro.
Hip hop
It's
is
all
marketing.
scripted.
Yeah,
That's what
It's
that's
like
what
the WWE, but instead of wrestlers, it's rappers.
yeah, man. It really be like that, yo. It really be like that. It's crazy, man. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think everything will be worked out. Like I said, they definitely need some counseling.
Yeah,
for
definitely.
sure, man.
Mom's gonna yell at them.
Oh yeah. Mom's gonna
You think she knows yet?
Probably. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's probably out there.
Swae Lee hits her up. He's like, Jimmy's mad at me. Jimmy left Rae Sremmurd.
It's all some wild shit, man. Oh my god, yo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we back. TempahZone podcast. Fl01810 in the building.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Not Fl01810.
Not Fl01810.
That'd be a good shirt, yo.
True.
Definitely make that a shirt, yo.
Not Fl01810.
I hope there's no way I'm the only one that was saying it like that.
Actually, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
We
that'd
should
be
do
funny.
that.
Just let people know how to pronounce it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta ask y'all, man, with a name like that, how did you guys come up with the name?
Right.
Ego?
Okay. So basically, in high school, there was like a club fair, and it's basically like it went on for like all the lunches, and like that was like a whole block of the day. So it's like, all right, I could go to class, or I could skip class and pretend I'm at the club fair.
Yes, sir.
So we got a big ass piece of paper and a Sharpie and wrote Fl01810 on it. And like the idea was it was gonna be like a writer's workshop for hip hop.
Yeah.
But what ended up happening was Damien here, aka Wise,
What's up?
They in the building.
followed me around while I held the sign. He was holding a Bluetooth speaker, and then we went from table to table in the cafeteria as I freestyled in everyone's face, like uncomfortably in their face. Like, nobody knew what
People
to
were
do.
upset.
Yeah.
People were upset.
They were
Like-
just trying to eat, and I was just in their face. Teachers didn't know what to do. I'm like swearing at them, but I'm rapping, and I'm white, so they didn't know what was going on. So basically that happened, and that was a lot of fun. And then like on Wednesdays after school, we would go out in the parking lot and like just blast beats and like freestyle as everyone was leaving school, and no one showed up. Like no one joined. Like,
No one
Yeah.
ever showed up.
people,
We got like
people
20
signed
names.
up, yeah, but
Yeah,
like
we got
no
like
one
20
showed
names.
up.
Oh man.
And then so yeah, that's pretty much where like the name started.
Okay. Yeah.
And then so I've been making music since like freshman year.
Okay.
I had the name Camaraderie before, but we don't talk about that. I made
We don't
made
ever
video
speak
game
about
raps. It was
With a name like Camaraderie, you better have bars.
oh, I mean, I had bars.
Like
I
Ego
had
comes with the
bars.
bars.
I'm not saying you did it. I'm
I
just
had-
saying that's
I had
a
Pokemon
hardcore
bars.
name.
Don't eat my penis. It goes way back. But then
man.
so like since I was always like rapping and writing, like my friends would get into it too. So like Q's not here, but Quigs, aka Quota.
Shout out, what up, man?
He's not here, but he's the go-to freestyle homie.
Hey.
So like we would always be like working on music together and stuff, and then like eventually I connected with Ohm out there because he was like an EDM producer at the time, and like
Yeah.
everyone was telling me it's like, yo, you should definitely go work with Ohm. Finally we did. He mixed a song for me, and then we just like started hanging out and making music together.
Hey.
So then basically
Keep her
our
going.
friends
Keep her going. There you go. Keep her
Flowing
going.
in and our friends is basically like all of us, and then eventually came in, and like over the summer of senior year, we were looking a lot at like Brockhampton and their model of like everybody
Yeah,
just
man.
coming together
I was
and
going to
making
mention
music.
that. Yeah,
Absolutely.
but yeah.
And we were like, boy band, fuck it, boy band.
Fuck it.
Yeah,
And then
man. Yes.
Decided right then and there. 2 months later, we had an album.
Yeah, man. Damn. Y'all must have been cranking out that beat.
Yeah, yeah.
Goddamn.
Ethan's basement every day.
Yeah.
Shout out Jackie.
Jackie's my
Ethan's
mom.
mom.
She kicks us out at 11 every night.
Oh yeah.
I can't be in there for too long. you only got limited time to cook that stuff up, yo.
Absolutely.
So, with so many people being in the group, how do you go about coming up with a song, man? Like, what ways do y'all go about it? Does it start with the beat first, and then y'all chime in on stuff? Or like,
It's definitely a lot different now, I guess, than the last project. Everyone went to different schools all across the country, so we're very far apart. So just, whatever we're working on, we pretty much just send through Discord.
Yeah.
Just what we use.
okay.
The producers will send beats. The rappers will just send verses or whatever. Then, but the real, kind of cooking doesn't happen until we're all like in the same room.
Yeah,
it's just
man.
really hard to get everything going. But we can definitely talk about ideas and everything like that. And also, everyone has different musical backgrounds. Like, these kids are rappers. I was like a drummer for a metal band. Ohm's EDM. Matt listens to like guitar, like chill ass stuff.
Oh,
Anderson .Paak.
Mike
you know
is
what I'm
country.
saying? Yeah,
Mike
Mike
is
is country. We got
boy.
some country. you know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
man. Influences from all over the
Yeah,
place.
exactly. But Zach stepped up, deadass. He came up with the beats like straight after we started like being a group. Like
Yeah.
Ethan and Ohm taught him like a lot of shit, and he just like every day is on there, fucking cooking every day. He sends like more beats than fucking
man.
anyone,
True.
literally.
Thanks, man.
But
On
no,
GarageBand.
the beats
Yeah,
in
man.
Discord go off, and like we just go off of that. And every time
Mhm.
we cook in the studio, we're like, all right, what beat are we gonna work on? We just all write and all
yeah.
sit down, go through the structure,
Mm-hmm.
fuck it up.
Yeah. It's
Hell
also
yeah, man.
what we did differently than the first project too. We kind of like
the writing was still separate on the first project, and so far the stuff we've been working on now, we've kind of like decided to write the choruses together or talk about themes and kind of assign people certain parts, so it's just more kind of cohesive and tells a bigger story rather than a bunch of just separate artists.
Okay. Yeah, man. No, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, that's definitely the way to go about it, because you gotta have a strategy with so many people in the crew, man.
Absolutely.
'Cause without that strategy and that teamwork, bro, ain't nothing gonna get done. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And that's why a lot of artists are afraid to work together in groups, because they know how hard it is to keep that shit together, and history has shown that. You know what I'm saying? So it's good that y'all got a formula, man.
And we all get along like every time.
I
Like,
hope so.
It gets better. Yeah, it gets better and better. Like I don't know.
Man.
Every time we're in the stew, it's like a new like feeling of emotion that we all just like lock in and just fucking.
We were
work.
like best friends for a
Yeah.
year before we even started making music together too. We kind of all knew everyone was into music in different ways, and then like Ethan said, just one day we were just like, let's just start a band.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. Yeah.
We gonna make a band, son.
That's how it happens.
Boy band.
Yeah.
Keyword that, yo. Now, what are some artists that y'all look up to for inspiration and guidance? Now, we were mentioning Brockhampton, mentioning
For
Pac.
sure,
Anybody else that y'all be looking up to?
I think Amine's influencing our new
Absolutely.
album a lot. What we got in the
Amine's-
works is really cool. This is a good question for but we've
this is
been
a great
focusing
question
on the
for
808s. And there's these slow, slidey 808s that are
Deadass.
popular in like trap music. Where are these 808s
Are
from?
you stealing me again? I only got 2 questions.
Actually, why don't you stay? Do you want to switch with me? Who wants to switch?
I'll switch.
Okay,
yeah.
I'll leave in a minute.
Peace out, dog. That's
Not
how big
trying
that's
to
how
be
big the crew
needy,
is,
man.
ladies and gentlemen.
So to be clear, we got 9 people.
9, yeah.
9 people.
Nine people,
Nine.
man.
Yeah. Plus Devin, our manager. Shout out Devin.
Shout out that
Shout out.
DB.
But yeah, so a lot of our music has been inspired by a lot of different stuff that's not just limited to hip hop. So as far as hip hop production stuff, Ethan hit the nail on the head. Amine's ear for production has been pretty inspiring to me recently.
Yeah, man.
Metro Boomin's new album, which came out, was super
Oh
interesting.
yeah,
as well to
21
see.
Savage and Travis.
Yep,
yeah,
absolutely. That was
shit
really,
fire,
really great.
shit fire.
I'm trying to. Tyler the Creator's Flower Boy came out in 2017.
Yeah,
That,
yes,
I've
sir.
been really
Great
hard on
album.
that album recently. I've kind of rediscovered it.
Yeah.
A lot of the narrative and like pop structure that we've been thinking about comes straight out of Tyler the Creator's work.
Yeah.
His it's like the instrumentation and the arrangement is all just so perfect, and I look up to him as an all around artist so much.
I think the way we
Yeah,
mix
man.
in voices as well, like, is
Yep.
how we do that. We have so many different voices that we have to put in together, and like,
Yeah.
the way we structure is, definitely like goes straight for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And as far as the non hip hop sort of stuff, I was
Yeah,
brought up.
definitely that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was brought up on Daft Punk. Daft Punk are a huge influence to me.
Daft Punk's legendary.
Oh yeah,
Legendary.
absolutely. There's 2 artists that are particularly huge inspirations to me, called Madion and Porter Robinson. They're both
Never heard of them.
yeah, they're electronic music dudes.
Yeah.
In 2017, they released a song together called Shelter, and it was like super huge. There's like an anime associated with it. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, EDM stuff. Skrillex has been an all-time inspiration to me.
Skrillex is crazy.
His drums are to die for.
Yeah, man. That's
So
mixing
yeah,
gold right there.
I don't know if you've heard. He just he put out a remix of Sicko Mode recently.
I
don't know if
actually
you
haven't
heard
heard that yet. Yeah, I gotta
It
check
is
that out.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It is insanity.
Damn.
It's crazy. Yo.
Yeah, not to mention, Travis Scott has had an like a huge influence, like production wise, because Astroworld. I don't know. You can talk shit about Astroworld, sure, but like from a production standpoint, unbelievable. Mike Dean is a weapon.
Yeah,
story.
Man, yeah. For
Absolutely,
real,
absolutely. So yeah, that's a little bit of like a sampling of like the outside music stuff.
Definitely, man. That's dope, man. It sounds like y'all pulling in sounds from all over the place.
Yeah,
man.
we're trying to do the whole
That's what
game
I'm talking
different, you
about.
know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, you can't just listen to one type of sound, man. I always let artists know, like, do not just listen to rap.
Yeah.
Don't just listen
Yeah,
to rap.
definitely not.
And,
Yeah, I mean,
and all, yeah. I was gonna say all the good artists know that.
Yeah. See,
Absolutely.
I'm new to
Absolutely.
rap, like relatively. Right?
Yeah.
I didn't start producing rap music until Ego, like 2 years ago, year and a half, something around there.
Yeah.
So I'm like
Music
generally new
prod.
to it.
Music prod.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Shout out Mr. D.
Yeah. Shout out Chris Desjardins.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But yeah.
Yo, so I gotta ask y'all this. Now, I gotta ask about my 2 favorite songs off your album.
Ooh.
Now, what was it like making the song In the Rain?
Oh.
That song's your most streamed song, number one.
Oh
man.
my
So,
god.
In the Rain is a really special song to me. So it started off, Ethan and I were just driving around. We're talking about how to make better music, a thing that we talk about a lot. And he said, you should try doing like covers. You should like cover some musicians like just to practice your vocal stuff. So he said, actually, this X song, Sad, you should cover that, right?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. So I sat down and I was like, I don't want to just sing it. Let me just make a beat to sing it over. So the same BPM as Sad, and that was the In the Rain beat. And so I sang the Sad vocals over it just as practice and whatever. And I was listening back and I was like, this is kind of hot. Like, this
Yeah, man. Yeah.
this is like kind of a vibe. And so I wrote that main hook for In the Rain. Later on, I brought it to the boys, and Micah, who's out there,
Shout out, man.
got a hold of the track and belted out these gorgeous like ballad vocals. And after that was on there, we all looked around. We were like, yeah,
That was a fucking one take. That was like, I've never heard
Jay-Z shit.
that was like step in the booth, step out of the fucking booth. That was like incredible.
Yeah.
In the Rain is one of those songs that happens so organically. Like it happens super quickly. And I think that's one of the things that's special about it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
man. Nah, cause that song's got that song's some other shit, bro. Like,
Thank you.
Nah, like I'm gonna let y'all know for real. Like I was sent this album by Devin, and I was like, yo, I've never usually sent albums, man. Like, no,
Yeah, right.
like that rarely happens when someone's like, yo, check out this album. So I was like, all right, you better be sending me some gas, bro. Like, cause I will listen. Cause like I love when people like, yo, check out my homie.
Facts.
It doesn't happen a lot. I'm gonna be real with
Absolutely.
you. Like you know. So I heard that, man, and I was like, all right, I'm invested. He was like, we'll get these guys on sometimes. Like, you damn right we will, man, because the music's gas, bro.
So that was before
Thank you.
before you came out to the show, right?
Yeah, that was way before. I was probably like when the album came out.
Oh,
yeah,
really? Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
So it's been a bit, yo. Yeah. So I've been watching the process the whole time, man. Yeah,
Facts.
I've been
Thank
seeing
you.
that all unfold, man, for real. But I'm gonna ask about my favorite song.
Oh.
This song right here, man, made me go, okay, all right, these guys ain't playing around. This song, I was like, what? You know, Crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Bruh.
get ego.
I'm gonna
man.
let
you
Ethan
go.
Goldberg step in here.
And let me just say, like,
What type of Busta Rhymes flow is this man hitting, man?
Yeah.
Like, what?
oh my.
I'm gonna be real with you, man. Look, you know, I rap myself and I love rapping fast. And I've been always telling people, there ain't enough rappers out here who do that no more, bro.
Yeah.
You came in there and said, nah, I got you, bro. I got you. And I was like, all right, we good. So I want to ask y'all, like, what made y'all say we need to make a song like this?
Well, O made the beat. We were at Dame's house.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And like the beat alone is just like the type of shit where you're just like banging your head uncontrollably.
Yeah, he just called it Crazy because it was just a crazy
Yeah,
beat.
that was the name of the beat, and we just stuck with Crazy. And like, I just heard it, and I was like, "This will be shredded."
Yeah. I hit the
And like,
chopping on
I
it.
wrote it. I wrote a triple time to it, but I couldn't execute it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But
Nah,
I stuck.
that flow worked, man. That
I
flow
stuck
worked.
with the double time. I think I like kind of started with fast rap. Like, shout out Mac Lethal. You know who that is?
I don't.
Mac
do
Lethal's underground. He's actually kind of old now. Shout out Mac.
Uh-huh.
But
I got mad friends who listen to that underground shit, so they probably know who he is.
yeah. Like I watched like a lot of battle rap. Like I watched a lot of battle rap growing up, and like
Oh, yeah.
a lot of those people when they're not battle rapping rap insanely fast. And so that's kind of how like I started rapping fast, and then
Yeah.
that shit like it's a lung buster for sure. I
Yeah,
didn't think I could
man.
do it live. Ended up doing it live.
Hell
that was
yeah,
hype.
man.
Incredible.
But yeah, definitely probably one of my favorites too. One of my favorite verses I've ever written.
Yeah, man. Nah,
Only
for real.
thing I've ever written for Flo.
Oh,
true.
yeah.
He wrote the hook.
Yeah,
Oh,
he wrote
okay.
the
I'm on the hook.
Hey,
He's on the
man.
hook.
That's what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
yo.
thank you.
Yeah,
Shout out
dope.
Fadeaway.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Nah, cause like that song right there literally made me go, all right, these guys, they can do it all, man. Y'all got like these different sounds. Y'all coming from all different angles. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And that's really dope. I always tell these artists out here, man, like you can't sound the same all the time, yo. It's gonna run out. You know what I'm saying? Like you see that with Future. Like I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
Future,
Oh, yeah.
but he's starting to lose his steam, man, and he knows that too, though, because the way he talks about like Lil Baby and Gunna, you know, like you can tell that like he knows that his time is starting to dissipate, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's good that y'all know to do something different each time, man. You know, 'cause-
switch it up. for
Oh
real.
yeah, switch it up, man. This is very, very important. So I gotta ask y'all now, man. what are y'all guys' plans for the future? Y'all working on some new music?
Yeah. So we
shows
got
on the way.
We do got some shows on the way.
Okay.
Devin's been lining up some shows. We got a festival in New York we're playing. We're gonna try to do other shows around Andover, back in the hometown. Gonna try to do other like college circuits and stuff.
Yeah.
Cause our like music does resonate with frat parties. Unfortunately,
Absolutely.
not frat people ourselves, but like. But, like that's another thing. It's like since we're so diverse, there's like something on the album for everyone.
Yeah.
So like we can usually go to like anyone and be like, "There's something here for you." Like if you don't like rap, you can listen to In the Rain or Dance with Me. If you do like rap, we got Apollo, we got Crazy, and then we're making country stuff. Like
Absolutely.
Country Thick is unreleased, but it is the funniest and best song you'll ever
It's
hear.
the best song we've ever made.
We played that at the show.
We played that at the show.
Oh, we did play it.
Just to surprise a bunch of people, and we just played it, and he started singing, and everybody just started going crazy. It was not funny.
Man. Expect the unexpected, yo.
Yeah, right now
real.
we're working on our next tape, and like the process of us making music is very like said organic. That's the best way to describe it, because like we have direction, but it's very loose. Like it's kind of just like show and tell, right? So like when it's stew time, like people will come in and then it's like, hey, I've been working on this, and they're like, oh, I like that, let's work on that, and then we finish it, and then like that's one song. Then like someone else will bring in something else, and that's how we get like the diversity, is because everyone's bringing something new to the table when it's time to work. So our new tape doesn't have a name. Got like 4 songs right now,
but it's cooking. You'll get the name eventually, man. Just let that shit happen organic.
It's a lot different than our first project too. I think we're getting a little more kind of experimental and kind of breaking the genre boundaries a little more than we even did on the first project. Just kind of taking a bunch more influences and trying some stuff that we haven't before,
and showing a lot more of Flo, like individuality too. Like you see a lot more of Micah on this next tape. You see a lot more Quota and shit on this tape. So there's like a lot more like voices you get to like actually have resonate with you.
Wait, did Ohm show you some snippets or no? Did we get here too late?
I haven't heard anything yet.
Maybe we'll show you something after.
But he did send me an instrumental to Crazy.
Oh yeah.
We are trying to do an extended cut.
Yeah,
we're trying to hop on Crazy extended cut.
Let us know.
Ooh.
Crazy cypher.
Hey. Coming soon, ladies and gentlemen.
Coming soon, ladies and gentlemen.
You heard it here first.
Coming soon, yo. Max gonna hop on that. Don't worry. That collabs, I figured we were gonna make that happen. That goes without saying, man. Don't worry, man. We're gonna cook something up real soon, man.
Yeah. We also trying to do like solo stuff. Like I've been doing solo stuff. Like I was doing solo stuff before Flo.
Yeah.
He's doing solo stuff.
Absolutely.
Micah's gonna do some solo stuff.
Yeah. All y'all do solo stuff.
Yeah.
Don't make it feel like y'all gotta stick together like all the time, every time, no matter what. Like, branch out, do your own thing, man. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
You know
so like at the end of the day, we're all gonna be Flo, and we're all gonna keep doing Flo stuff. But, like, ideally, in the perfect world, in the future, Fl01810 is more of a label than a band, and like we're all doing things, and we're all repping Flo, but we're also all doing our own shit.
Good, yeah.
And we're not like limiting ourselves to Flo. Like Flo is a brand for all of us. Like for real. Like we all like live Flo every day. Like, we all got the bracelets, you know what I mean? Everyone's got a bracelet out
I was
there.
gonna say tattoo. I was like, oh shit.
Oh no, not yet. Coming soon.
Yeah,
No,
one day.
Coming
our first
soon.
song that hits 1 million plays, we're all getting face tats.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like this.
Just
on the
Fl01810 right across the forehead.
Oh my god.
I'll put the link
in
on my
Comic
neck.
Sans.
Yeah, right.
Like wow, bad fun. Oh my god, man, that's great. So we running out of time, y'all. So where can the people reach y'all, man? Where can they find y'all at?
Okay, well, you can find me at Ego the Kid on Spotify, Apple Music, and everything else like that.
Hey.
You can find Fl01810 under Fl01810, FL01810 on all streaming platforms.
Word.
Instagram too.
Instagram too.
Hey.
Fl01810 on Instagram. I'm Ego the Kid on Instagram.
Wise on Instagram. You can find me the Wise One on SoundCloud.
Hey. Okay, word up.
North Shore Vibrations. We're also repping out.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
our music
man.
collective.
Shout out-
Devin.
yeah,
Shout
shout
out
out to North
Devin
Shore
and North Shore Vibes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We got a member of Guac Ceiling out there. Want to throw them out
Yeah,
there,
man.
too.
Shout out.
Shout out Amir Max. First
Shout out
interview.
Amir Max.
Amir
Yeah,
Max.
first
man.
interview.
Shout out
Pleasure's mine,
TempahZone.
TempahZone.
TempahZone. Always, man. Nah, man. I'm glad to have y'all on, man. So the pleasure's mine, man. It's great to have y'all on.
Absolutely. Thank you,
Much
bro.
appreciate y'all.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is episode 17 of the TempahZone podcast. Shout out to PRX Podcast Garage for hooking it up with the high quality sounds. Until next time, y'all. Peace.
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 Boof.